Hey everybody, it's Toon Boy. Welcome back to the Impact save. Let's start with before the Impact. We've got a 31 Mike Bailey defeated Paul Goodlooks in 8:29. Remember, Paul Goodlooks is our new superstar we're trying to build up. He was off his game for only a 5:44 for Mike Bailey. We're going to have to deal with him later and get him sorted out. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but Subpar Wrestling, Beer Guns defeated the Daisy Hit Squad 7:49 when Sabin got the win, 44 for that. And in a terrible pre-show match, Kimberly defeated Misha in 7:04, pinfall, 22 for Misha and 39 for Kimberly. A lot of people off their game tonight. So before the Impact starts with the opening and recap for a 64, of course, everything going down with Kevin Steen and the Major Bros, former Major Bros, of course, all going down in the last few weeks. Of course, Mickey James and Melina. And in a decent match, Donna Purrazzo defeated Jordan Grace in 8:02 by pinfall, 57 for Purrazzo, 47 for Grace. Good chemistry between these two, 46 overall, good start to before the Impact. And then Kevin Steen is shown walking backstage, from entering the building. He is here tonight, on the way, of course, getting his title shot on Saturday night. He is looking forward to that. We'll see what Kevin Steen has to say tonight on Impact 72. And then freestyle segment, Doc Gallows, Cole Anderson, and John Hennigan talking backstage, of course. They are talking about their trios match they're having tonight against Finjuice and a person of their choosing. Gallows and Anderson just like talking to themselves. John comes into the picture and he's saying, "Are you ready, guys?" And Carl says, "Don't worry about it being ready. We've got this. We're going to destroy them two fools like we're going to destroy them when we put our tag titles on the line this Sunday night." And then Finjuice are shown in another part of the backstage area, and they've somehow heard what they've said. And Juice Robinson says, "Boys, you don't need to worry about anything about us. We have our tag team partner here tonight, but we'll not reveal him till Impact. We'll let you three guess, and we'll show you who's going to be on our side tonight." 51 rated segment for that. And then in a decent match, Steve Macklin defeated Ace Austin 9:58 by pinfall following interference from Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel is back after he's had a bruised eye socket. And Steve Macklin makes defense number 2 of the Impact Digital Media title, 44 overall for this one. And Ace Austin, who was bragging last week, of course, that he was number 1 contender and 2 belts. Well, he's just lost one of them, and Steve Macklin remains the Digital Media Champion. And that gives us a 49, slightly down from last week, but as you said, it before the Impact gets us ready for Impact. Let's now look into that show and see what happens on this week's Impact Wrestling. We're back with Impact Wrestling, held in front of 339 people at the GILT nightclub. Of course, we start with the opening and the recap as usual for 58, going through all of the Impact stories from last week, as we are now just a couple of days away from No Surrender, the next pay-per-view from Impact Wrestling. Let's get on with the show. As Kevin Steen is in the ring, he's talking about obviously what's coming up this Sunday, that his opportunity to win the Impact Championship of Moose. He goes on about how he deceived Brian Alvarez, the owner, and how he managed to get the title shot. He says that on Sunday he will take the championship of his boy, Moose, and the era of Steen will begin. 67 for that. We then go to an extremely short match. Morrissey defeats Heath in 4:52 by pinfall with the East River Crossing, followed by interference from Jay White for a 30. Morrissey picking up the win. And then we go backstage. Melina walks into Brian Alvarez's office and says, "Look, I want one more shot. Give me one more shot. I know I can beat Mickey James. Give me one more shot this Sunday at No Surrender." Alvarez looks and goes, "Melina, you've had a couple of chances, but if you can win your match tonight, I will give you one more chance. But that is it. This is your final chance at Mickey James." Melina nods and leaves, very happy with herself. That got a 47. Extremely short match. Matt Cardona defeated Sam Beal in 5:20 with the Broski boot. So Matt Cardona's rivalry with the Learning Tree continues. 46 for Cardona, 21 for Sam Beal. Cardona picks up the win. And then we go backstage where Finjuice introduced their partner for tonight in the trios match. Josh Alexander is going to be Finjuice and Josh Alexander versus John Hennigan and the Good Brothers. 36 rated segment for this one. Finjuice and Josh Alexander talk over what they need to do for tonight. And then an extremely good match. Johnny Gargano defeated Aiden English in 5:39 with the Hurt Donut. Gargano with a 65, Aiden with a 40 for a 57 rated segment. Gargano picks up the win. But after his match, he is attacked from behind by Jonah. Of course, this rivalry from a couple of weeks ago, Jonah attacks Gargano and chucks him into the stage and takes Gargano out, while Jonah walks down for his match, where he defeats Eddie Edwards in 6:40 with the Death Drop Driver for a 47. Eddie Edwards got a 54, Jonah with a 51. The match got the crowd hotter. Jonah picks up the win. Backstage, and Brian Myers is with the Learning Tree, and he says, "Right, one final match, Cardona, this Sunday at the pay-per-view. It's going to be me versus you, and this is it. We are going to put an end to you this Sunday." Got a 36 as Brian Myers. I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve to try and defeat Cardona. And then in a 41 match, Melina defeated Mercedes Martinez in 6:49 by pinfall by using underhanded tactics for the win. Melina got a 46 for Martinez, and Melina will get another opportunity at Mickey James this Sunday at No Surrender. And then Melina gets on the mic and says that she got the job done tonight. She'll get the job done finally on Sunday. She will be your next Impact Knockouts champion. And really, Melina is looking more determined than ever. She wants that championship. Can she get it on Sunday? We will find out at No Surrender. And then backstage, all of a sudden, the cameras pan round as they see Trey Miguel and Ace Austin fighting backstage. Of course, these two are going to battle for the X Division title at No Surrender, and they just keep on battling, and it's got a host of road agents to try and pull them apart for a 38. But these two will battle for the X Division this Sunday. And then an extremely short match, Madman Fulton defeated Tucker Cooper at 5:11 by pinfall with the choke slam. Tucker Cooper 40, Madman Fulton with a 38. Only a 22 rated match for this one. Ace Austin really shouldn't have been out there, but you know, the way the game worked. But Madman Fulton picks up the win for a 22. Then in a backstage segment, Decay, who of course will be challenging the Inspiration for the Women's Tag Team Championships at No Surrender. They're talking about how they're going to take out the pretty girls and the boastful girls, and Rosemary and Havoc just like looking into a pot. Crazy Steve and Black Taurus are there as well. 52 rated segment. Could the Decay become tag team champions this Sunday at the pay-per-view? And then backstage, Brian Alvarez is talking to Scott D'Amore. Well, Davey Boy Smith is just in the corner there, obviously the muscle for domination. And Brian Alvarez is going, "Well, it looks like we've got a stacked card this Sunday night for No Surrender, Scott. But I've got to tell you one thing: Kevin Steen is not leaving that building with the Impact Championship. And Scott just nods and he says, we've got to do something. We've got to think of something to keep the title on Moose and to make sure that the domination continues at the top of this promotion. 29 rated segment. And then finally, for 59, in a good match, Josh Alexander and Finjuice defeat John Hennigan and the Good Brothers in 8:20 when David Finlay pins John Hennigan with the Celtic Cross. John Hennigan was head and shoulders above everyone else. He got a 69. Nice. Carl Anderson 60, 54 for Doc, 55 for Josh, 43 for David, and 49 for Juice Robinson. And remember, at No Surrender, it will be Finjuice trying to take the titles, the Impact Tag Team titles, off the Good Brothers at the pay-per-view. And that ends the show. We get a 60, which increases our population in 56 regions. Popularity, not population, popularity even. And that is your show for this week. Our next show you'll come in from us will be No Surrender. And it should be in a few days. We should get that out for you maybe sooner, who knows. But a good show, 60 overall, and we look forward to the pay-per-view. Thanks very much for watching. Toonboy signing out. We'll see you for No Surrender.